So you have happened on this video because you want to learn how to Zoom. Alright, well, this pandemic has taught us a lot, and for a lot of us it's taught us what we don't all know. Zoom is a great app for video conferencing with other people, and it's actually very easy to use. I'm creating this video specifically for one of my clients, Patricia Malecki from Hypnotherapy Care, who does online hypnotherapy for her clients. And this video is intended to help you learn how to Zoom, specifically if you're looking for online hypnotherapy, but also anybody else who just needs a little breather in how do we do all this web conferencing jazz. So you're going to start by going to the Zoom website. That's zoom.us. And when you're right here on the home page, go right over here to sign up. It's free. It's easy enough to sign up. Once you hit that button, it's going to walk you through the process. You'll have to give it your email address, and it needs to be a real email address that you can check so that you can verify that you are who you say you are. And from there, you'll be able to download the Zoom app on your computer. Once the Zoom app is on your computer, and this is it on mine, we'll just click that and go right into how to use Zoom. Now it popped up on my other screen. Let's drag this over. There you go. Now you can see it too. So the first thing we're going to see is what meetings do we have that might be coming up, how to create a new meeting, join a meeting, schedule a meeting, or share our screen. Some important things to note. You can have more than one other person on a Zoom call. So you can have multiple people on a Zoom. You can see them all at the same time. And you can create the meeting or you can join someone else's meeting. If you're joining someone else's meeting, they'll have already sent you a code and you'll hit the join button. And when you do, it's going to pop up with this screen here. And you can enter your meeting ID. And this spot here is for your name. Excuse me, this is my name. So you'll want to make sure that your name is entered there. The name is important because when you're on the Zoom call, if like your camera isn't on, it'll show the other person your name, so we'll know who's speaking when you start to speak. So definitely go ahead and put your name in. Do not connect to audio. This is if you want to be a silent participant in the Zoom call. Perhaps you're just wanting to observe, but you're not there to offer any feedback. And turn off my video is another checkbox. This is, again, if you're not interested in participating in the Zoom call, but you're looking to be there so that you can, hear what's going on, but no one needs to see you, or, you haven't changed out of your pajamas, then you might want to check the turn off my video. If you are watching this because you're a client of Patricia, then you want to have these things unchecked because you and her will need to be able to interact with each other. She'll need to see you, you'll need to see her, and you'll need to hear each other. So we would just enter a meeting ID right here, and we'd hit join, and it would load it right up. So all we need to know is that we're joining it at the right time. All right, I'm going to hit cancel there. If we want to make a new meeting, we can just hit new meeting. And good, that one didn't pop onto my other screen. Join with computer, audio, test, speaker, and microphone. I encourage you before you join any meeting or start a new one that you hit the test, speaker, and microphone option. This will let you know that your computer is sufficiently working so that you don't get onto a Zoom call and everybody's a mime. That is no fun. And then you're trying to work out the bugs. So test, speaker, and microphone. Do that. You'll get to speak into your computer, and if you can hear it back, you know that your microphone is working, and it will play a tone for you. And if you hear that, you know that your speakers are working. And so that's an important thing to do. Now, just a side note, what I have run into before is sometimes people's audio is not working. I have been on the Mime Zoom calls before. And usually this has happened in the past when someone was on maybe a Mac, or even if they were on a Mac and doing FaceTime earlier, or maybe if you're on a PC and you're doing Skype earlier. Sometimes when you're on those programs, they don't let go of the microphone, and so then you try to go into Zoom and you're a mime. So if you have trouble, if you test your speaker and your audio and it's not working, simplest solution, restart your machine and do it again. Usually that is going to fix the problem. Whatever it was that was keeping you from being able to use your Zoom, it's probably going to be fixed just by shutting everything down, wait 3 seconds, turn it back on, and get back into it. Okay, so I'm not going to change anything on this right here, right now. I am going to close that. And there you see my name. Because the camera for my Zoom is not turned on at the moment, right now I'm recording this video for you. So Zoom can't access my camera. So you won't see me on my Zoom call, my sample Zoom call for you in this video. At the bottom of the screen, you have a bunch of different options, and these are different things for you to play with if you're having some issues. So join audio, for instance. There's test speaker microphone, there's audio settings. Start video, right now there's a red slash through the camera. If I hit that, the slash won't go away because, again, Zoom can't access my camera. But if you see the slash through it, it means that you are not sending video to the person who's on the other end of the Zoom call. They're just seeing your name. So that will be one way to, clear up a problem. If they go, wait, I can't see you. I can hear you, but I can't see you. Make sure the red slash is gone. Now, if you hit this little up arrow next to the video, there are different video settings. And when we get in here, there's all kinds of different settings. Don't let this intimidate you. There are just a few settings that I think are important for you to know about. If Zoom were getting my image right now through the camera, it would be showing up in this big gray box. So on your computer, when you're doing this, you're going to see you. And what you're looking for here is to make sure that you are centered in the camera. If you need to adjust your laptop, just pivot it around a little bit, get your camera in the right spot so that your camera can see you and you don't necessarily have to have your hands on the computer, then now's the time to do that. Because right now, no one else is on the call but me. Let's see. So that was the one thing there. Mirror my video. You see how I have that checked? That's important too, because if I hold up my right hand, you're going to see it here. If I have the mirror my video on, it might look opposite. So it also is important for if I'm going to hold up a piece of paper and it has text written on it, you want to have it on mirror my video, or the text is going to be backwards for the person on the other side of the video call. So mirror my video. Touch up my appearance. I enable that all the time because, we have nowhere to go but up. So touch up my appearance. This is like, your automatic airbrushing. All right, so those are the couple that I want to show you on that screen. Virtual background can be fun, particularly if if you're Zooming for work or meeting with someone's, some kind of business related thing, or even just meeting with a friend on Zoom. The virtual backgrounds, when you choose them, these just came preloaded on mine, but if you choose one, then it's going to show you floating above the beach or above the, what is that? That's the Aurora Borealis. Okay, so, and you can add an image here as well. So you can just pop it on to none, and people can see, your surroundings, your house, where you are. Okay, so and then there's also some settings in here for audio. So if we didn't test our speaker and our mic before, we could hear, and we can see that my microphone is working because the bar is dancing around as I talk. And then if we hit test speaker, it will play a little tone. See if that works while we're recording. There you go. So see, my speakers work. So there's your test speaker, test microphone, and when we're on video, the way to test that is that you, again, show up in this picture here. You see my video's not working on my Zoom at the moment, and that's only because we're recording. So these are different settings that we can fool around with when we need to. Manage participants. This is where we can see who all's in there. It's really just me, so there's nothing to manage. And share screen. This is great for if it's a work call and you need to share what you're looking at on your screen with other people. And they're your options for doing that. Zoom also lets you record a call, so you can record the meeting and then save it to watch it later. And look, if you are doing this for hypnosis, that's another great thing, because then you can go back and see what all happened while you were involved in the virtual meeting. So that's Zoom. I'm going to hit end meeting right here so that no one else is, and I'm going to end it for all. And then that meeting is done. Now, when you go to schedule a meeting, this is actually pretty neat. You have a few more options. You can put in a topic, date and time, how long you think the meeting will last, and it'll generate a meeting ID for you. I would also always recommend that you hit this require password. Make sure this box is checked and type in some unique password for your meeting. This is an easy way to prevent prevent the chance for some hackers to start randomly entering in meeting IDs to join meetings. Especially, a lot of us are having meetings with people, and that information is confidential, and you just don't need some random person joining your meeting. So make a password, require the password for entry, and then make sure that you give that password to whoever else is going to be on the meeting with you. And by the way, don't text or email the password. Call the person up on the phone and say, hey, here's the password. That's the safest way to deliver a password to someone else, so that that communication doesn't get hacked as well. So audio, you can tell it if you want someone to come in over the telephone, if you want them to be on computer audio, or if you're going to be on telephone and computer audio. I always leave telephone and computer audio checked. That way, if someone is having some issues with their computer and they're going to join the call, they could still have their computer on but use their phone to join for the audio part of it. So it gives you some flexibility. And then you would just, schedule the meeting. So scheduling a meeting is ideal, especially if you know when exactly that meeting is going to happen. That is Zoom in a nutshell. Now, you can also Zoom on a cell phone if you're going to be in a situation where you need to be able to share a screen, or they need to be able to share a screen with you. You probably don't want to be on a cell phone, because if I'm sharing a full-size computer screen with you and you're on your cell phone, it's going to be really hard for you to see what I'm showing you. Also, if you are one of Patricia's clients and you're doing this for hypnotherapy, it can be oftentimes much easier to set up your computer to see you than to set up your cell phone in a way that it's not going to fall or anything, because you're not going to be holding your cell phone the whole time during the session. You're either need to prop it up in a way that it's not going to get knocked down, or just use the computer. just because that's just much easier for this. Alright, Zoom in a nutshell. Now, if you like this video, please, 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 please hit the like button below and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be putting out as many how-to videos as possible on a variety of different topics. My name is Bridget Fredericks. I'm with Queen City Rent a Geek because if you need a geek, I'm your geek. Alright, peace out.